the European teams were the only team bringing a Runick deck. I was genuinely surprised by that because I felt like that was literally the deck I felt the most comfortable with after tier limits. Like, that deck was super strong. I was very surprised about the OCG reaction to Runick. Like, you know how we always look at what's going on in the OCG and something, and we are very aware of like the stuff that they like and the stuff that they play. Even though some of those decks aren't good in our format, we are at least aware of what they do, right, and what they like. And then when I played against the Japanese team in top 4, literally, I think they have never seen that Runick deck before. They just don't know it exists. They did not know what it did. Also, people kept sending tweets to me of like how OCG Twitter was going crazy because they had never seen those cards before. They didn't understand about like what that combination was about and stuff like that. And I think you can see that. You can see that in the match of like me versus the Sprite player on the OCG top 4 team, right? Literally, let me tell you, I was not supposed to win that game. I was not supposed to win that game. They did not. I mean, with all due respect, if they play that game well, I have no shot. That one is also not on the replays in the game because it also is the one that didn't finish. I think, which is annoying. Was it on the live stream? We had a feature match, right? Okay, so I get my Max C Ashed, right? I get my Max C Ashed, and they open literally everything, right? And I think they end on something like, they end on the full board, plus they have Ash, plus they have Imperm. Right? Which is literally, it's FTK. They cannot lose this. They have, I think they have Double Cross, Imperm, Ash. Well, let me hold up. Yeah, so they have they have Elf, Sprint, Melfi of the Forest, IP, Melfi Caddy, Imperm, Double Cross, and Ash, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like 8 interruptions. It's like 8 interactions against 5 cards in hand. It's quite possibly the best opener you can have, plus having a way to negate freaking Maxi beforehand. So I'm just like, okay, well, if they do this right, I have no chance, right? And so I go, yeah, I mean, so they let this go through, which they didn't really have an option, right? We go main phase to have the fountain up and also to be able to activate talents if we draw it. My hand at this point was good. I had three Runicks. I think it's Sacred Tree or Mole Cricket and Fountain. So not bad. One of them was Tip as well. So here already, you can consider going Unicorn. To go like when I trigger Fountain, you go chaining 1 Unicorn, chaining 1 Fountain, chaining 2 Unicorn, shuffle it, but they didn't do that. This is why when they didn't summon Unicorn with IP, I was like, they have to have another way to stop Fountain, right? Like Ash or Smashers, because I didn't know whether they were running Smashers or not. They searched Double Cross. They searched Double Cross, so I figured there was a chance they have Smashers. So that's why I searched another Fountain, because I figured they would have Ash or Smashers. And they have Ash. Here I was just hoping that there was no called by, which there was no called by. This is also interesting, because they go, on the summon of Camellia, they go Melfi of the Forest, target Camellia to negate it and make it unable to attack, and Sprint to bounce Sunflower, which, by the way, this is the correct play. This is the correct play by them to use both. When they used just Melfi of the Forest, I was really, really happy that... I was really hoping that they wouldn't use Sprint. But they chain blocked me from negating the Melfi of the Forest. I really wanted to negate the Melfi of the Forest with Sunflower so that we could destroy it and just resolve our Camellia, right? But the way they did it was that I could not negate the Melfi of the Forest, right? All I could do was potentially I could negate the Sprint and destroy it and stop it from bouncing my Sunflower. But then I would still my Camellia would be negated either way, right? And so that's why I decided when I used Sunflower here, I decided to just tribute them instead of milling, I think. So that way the Camellia would resolve. That's why I just dip with both of them. Who is top 4 for Master Duel? Latin America. And here it's just if you play Unicorn, you just have to Unicorn this fountain and the game is over. Like, let's be real. If you Unicorn this fountain, the game is over. And or just like summon, if they had summoned a Herald of the Arclight to negate the last fountain, they would have won as well. Like there was multiple ways how you just win here. Even if they don't have Unicorn, first of all, why the hell do you not have Unicorn? Second of all, then you still need to summon Herald of the Arclight to stop this fountain. You know that this card is an Eteria card. You know this card is an Eteria card, so if you just have a Herald here to stop the fountain, the game is over. Instead, they're just letting me draw 3 cards. And get back another fountain. So until this point, I thought I was losing, but when they did let me do this, I was like, okay, well, I actually just win now. Right, because I'm just back up to 5 cards. I'm just literally back to, like... I'm back to full hand. Completely fine situation, but I've just baited, like, a majority of their interactions already. Here, I probably should have drawn 2, maybe. My reasoning for taking Melfi of the Forest here is that it disables double cross, right? If I take Melfi of the Forest, they cannot use double cross anymore. And the IP is technically dead. But they, yeah. I probably should have just taken IP. Maybe. Or just drawn 2, honestly. Just get more gas, but... So here, I'm aware that they can chain IP to dodge freezing curses, but it's never gonna get better than that. So let's just, you know, do it. Because at this point, I mean, the fountain is the new fountain, so it's just this freezing curses just goes back. I draw a card. I can go to the left if you can still see enough. Yeah, probably. So here they make another elf, which is actually not bad because it like this is good for follow-up because this is also, keep that in mind, they have not used elf yet. They have not used elf yet to revive, and I don't think they are doing it this turn. I think when I end my I think when I end my main phase 1, they get a notification of like the end of main phase 1 is here, and they just say okay. They just don't use it, and then battle phase is skipped, and then it's just end phase. So here we just draw 2, get fountain back again. Here, it was either... There's a couple options. It was Trish. Nat Beast wasn't an option because it doesn't make sense into double cross, but it could have also been Dugaris. It could have been Dugaris to just draw 2, discard 1. And now it was just like, I had 2 more Runicks in hand, I think. At least 1 more good Runick in hand. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna pass now and try to deal with it. And they just don't use the elf, which was like insane. Why did they not use it? Here as well, I don't think they realized how much this attack with this making gigantic sprite would give me, right? I don't think they realized that, first of all. I don't think they realized how much would happen. Because I'm pretty sure if you know what's going on, you just have to... You just attack the Camellia here. You just attack the Camellia. That's all you need to do. Like, all you need to do is attack this Camellia and you're winning the game. And now I just get back Sunflower. And then now there's another situation. There's another situation where they don't know how Naturia cards work. Right? Because you still win. You still win if you just don't summon this jet. Right? If you don't summon this jet, you also win. All you have to do here is just go into the battle phase. Attack all 3. Main phase 2, summon jet. But I'm pretty sure their plan, I'm pretty sure their idea was, I'm gonna summon jet, and if they activate Sunflower, I'm gonna activate red. I think that's what they thought they would do. And now, you know, they activate jet, and I'm like super happy about it. So I negate with Sunflower, and I mill instead of tributing. And so they realize now, oh shit, this thing is not once per turn. They can do it again. If I try to negate this with red now, I will then also get my red negated. And so they just let it happen. They just let it happen. And so now they just attack. Now they just attack. They did no damage. They didn't get their full combos done and everything. And now they just have the pass because their extra deck is also gone. I'm pretty sure they only have 2 elves, which are both gone. And they didn't get the jet ad for starter and everything. And here it's just a matter of, you know, like here people are saying like, oh god, he drew freezing curses again and again and again. It literally, like, any other Runick is better than freezing curses. Like, calm down, dude. Like, if I have a tip, you don't want to know what I'm doing to this man if I have a tip or a flashing fire, okay? Like, you do not know what's about to happen to this man if it's a better card than freezing curses, all right? Like, this freezing curses is not that good. It's literally the worst one to have. This was even unfortunate because I didn't draw any other Runicks. If I had one more, because I kept drawing into more and more Naturia cards and Maxi and shit. If I drew one more Runick here, it's completely, like, doomed, right? I just make Chengying or Baron and draw another card from Coral Dragon. It's completely over. It's like the only reason why he's not already completely dead is because I drew another Freezing Curses, right? If I had drawn another Runick that wasn't Freezing Curses, it would have been much worse for them. Here, okay, here I know the game is over, but then I activate Mold Cricket just because, like, you know, button yellow, me click, right? I just bring back Mold Cricket, and then when the Mold Cricket hits the board, I look at the situation for a second, and I'm like, oh shit, now they can maybe Zeus me, and it might be annoying. The thing was, when they activated Onibimaru, When they activated Onibimaru, I got a response window for Mole Cricket. So I was like, hold on for a second. I can just Ash my own Mole Cricket and then they can't Zeus me. So I just did that. But it was only a way to, like... It was only a way to stop my previous misplay, right? Like, or like to make up for that. But then it was over anyways. Yeah, then it was over anyways. And we had to stop. Yeah. Well. It was not BM, dude. It was not BM. It was the correct play. The reason why I said on Twitter, you can stop celebrating the freaking self-Ash was because, yes, it was the correct play, but I only had to make that play because I misplayed earlier, right? It was only because I clicked the Mole Cricket too fast. I clicked the Mole Cricket too fast, and that's why I had to correct it, basically. It was still a good play. But for the wrong reasons, right? It was not as 5-head as people think. It was not as 5-head as people think. It was just like I had to do it because I messed up earlier. Which I suppose is also a skill set, you know, messing up and then knowing how to deal with that, but it's it's not as giga 5-head as you guys are making it out to be, or as people made it out to be on Twitter. It was a 2-head play into a 5-head play. So on average, it was a 3.5-head play.